Imagine this. A man rushes down a crowded street, one hand holding his little daughter's backpack, the other holding his trembling resume. He's late, very late, for the biggest job interview of his life. His breathing is uneven, panic rising, and he knows deep inside, if he misses this chance, his whole world might collapse. But then, he stops, because right there on the sidewalk an elderly woman struggles to get up after falling. Her hands shake, her groceries scattered. People walk past her as if she's invisible. And he faces a choice. Save his future or help a stranger. What he does next changes everything. If you're already feeling something, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this remind us that kindness still matters. Now let's begin. Ethan Miller was a single dad doing everything he could to give his 7-year-old daughter Lily a good life. He worked double shifts, repaired old electronics at night, and skipped meals so Lily never had to. When he finally received an email inviting him to interview for a stable, well-paying job at a prestigious tech company, he almost cried from relief. For weeks, he helped Lily with homework while studying interview questions on his phone. Most nights, she fell asleep on his shoulder as he whispered, "Daddy's going to make life better soon. Okay?" On the morning of the interview, he woke up early, ironed his only formal shirt twice, and braided Lily's hair even though his hands shook from nerves. He dropped her at school, gave her an extra long hug, and hurried toward the company building downtown. The city was noisy, alive, pushing forward without noticing a man whose entire future was balancing on a single hour. Ethan checked the time, only 15 minutes left. He started running. Then he saw her. An elderly woman, maybe in her 70s, had tripped over a broken curb. She was on the ground, struggling to push herself up. Her shopping bags were scattered, apples rolling across the pavement. Dozens of people passed by without stopping. Ethan froze. 5 minutes of helping her could cost him everything. But Lily's face flashed in his mind. He had promised to raise her with kindness, promised she'd grow up knowing how to treat people. So he ran to the woman. "Ma'am, are you okay?" She was in pain, her ankle twisted. Ethan helped her up gently, collected her groceries, and supported her as she leaned on him. She couldn't walk, so he slowly guided her to a nearby bench. She kept apologizing. "You must be busy. I'm so sorry." Ethan just smiled. No job, no meeting. Nothing is more important than a person needing help. But when he finally checked the time, his heart dropped. He was officially late. Still, he helped her get a taxi and didn't leave until she was safely inside. She held his hand before the taxi door closed. "Thank you, son. The world needs more people like you." Ethan forced a smile, though inside, everything was collapsing. He ran to the company building anyway. Breathless, sweating, shirt wrinkled. He apologized, explained, begged for another chance. The receptionist gave him a tight, practiced corporate smile. "I'm sorry, sir. The panel has already moved on. You can reapply in 6 months. 6 months. He didn't even have 6 days left before rent was due. Ethan walked out of the building defeated. His legs felt heavy, his chest hollow. He sat on the steps outside, buried his face in his hands, and let the tears fall. Something he rarely allowed himself. That afternoon, he picked up Lily from school. She noticed his red eyes instantly. "Daddy, you didn't get the job?" He shook his head gently. "I helped someone today, sweetheart. And sometimes, doing the right thing costs us." She hugged him tightly. "But I'm proud of you." Those words kept him going. 2 days later, Ethan was repairing a microwave in his small rented room when he heard a knock on the door. He opened it to find a man in a sharp suit standing beside the same elderly woman he had helped. Ethan's heart jumped. "Ma'am, are you all right?" She smiled warmly. "Much better, thanks to you." The man extended his hand. "I'm Richard Blake, CEO of Blake Tech." Ethan blinked in confusion. Richard continued. "My mother told me about a kind young man who sacrificed his interview to help her. I only realized today, that man was you." Ethan felt his breath hitch. Richard stepped inside, glanced at the broken appliances stacked in corners, at Lily's drawings taped to the wall, at Ethan's tired eyes. "You could have ignored her. Most people did. Instead, you chose compassion over your own opportunity." The elderly woman squeezed Ethan's arm. He lifted me up when no one else would, Richie. He's the kind of man your company needs. Richard smiled. If you're willing, I'd like to personally offer you a position, and not an entry-level one. We need team leaders who have integrity. Ethan couldn't speak. His eyes filled instantly. Lily peeked from behind the door, whispering, Daddy, is something good happening? Ethan scooped her up with shaking arms. Yes, baby, something very good. The next weeks transformed his life completely. Ethan started his new job, his first steady income in years. He moved Lily to a safer neighborhood, enrolled her in better classes, and finally, breathed without the constant weight of fear. But he didn't change who he was. He still helped strangers, still taught Lily to be kind no matter what, and every month, he visited the elderly woman with flowers, because she wasn't just the CEO's mother. She was a reminder that doing the right thing doesn't always pay immediately, but it always returns to you in ways you could never imagine. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe for more inspiring stories every week. Your support helps us bring real-life lessons to people who need them. Because somewhere today, someone like Ethan is choosing kindness, and they deserve to know their goodness matters.